Hi Leah.
Hi.
It's just over 2 years since you headlined Dublin. How different does this week feel to that?
Yeah, it was like 2 years, like yesterday or something crazy. Um, I don't know, it feels more calm this week. I just feel that everything's like more relaxed and just kind of used to the pressure and the buzz and just excited. I'm really excited for this fight. I think I'm more excited, for the actual fight this time.
You say you're calm, but this fight is probably one of the most anticipated Irish MMA fights of all time. Can you feel that excitement around the place, around Dublin?
Yeah, definitely. I think there's a lot of people are so excited because stylistically we're so different and we're both, at the top of the division and the top of, where we should be, I think. And it's going to be so exciting to see the different exchanges and who really is the better fighter on the night.
Do you have any idea what way it'll go? Like you say, you're so different. Sinead's such a striker. You've got such a good judo skill. In your last fight, your striking was very good as well. But do you have any idea how it'll go?
I just know it's going to be electric. It's going to be unbelievable for the fans. Like they should really appreciate what we're doing and what we're putting on the line to step in there and on Friday night. And it's just going to be an unbelievable experience for everybody in attendance or watching.
You're obviously so close as friends. You know each other so long. Do you think when the cage door closes on Friday night, there'll be a little smile between the two before you get going?
I don't think so. I think it's just be business. We'll have a smile and a drink after, but we're both professionals and we both want to win. We both go in and leave everything in the cage, so I don't think there'll be any smiling till after.
Good luck.
Hi Lee, how's preparation going? Is any problems with the shoulder? I know it's been a while since you had the problem with the shoulder, but everything go okay in camp?
Yeah, no, had a good camp for a change and feel strong and sharp and no injuries this time.
And how much will the crowd motivate you now? It'll be full house on Friday night, and that crowd, you've fought in front of that crowd before. How much does that motivate you?
Yeah, it's like the fourth time I've fought in a three arena in a massive arena, massive crowd, and a lot of the time I just focus on the fight. I appreciate it after and take it in after, but I'm there to do business. But I'm excited to experience the walkout. Yeah.
Yes.
Hi Leah, how are you? We spoke not too long ago, and you were talking about maybe going to bantamweight in the future. We're not too far out for the weigh-ins now. You still feel about going to bantamweight?
No. I go to light heavyweight next. No, I just think whatever weight class I fight in, it has to be the biggest opportunities. And at the minute, this is the right place for me. We have the best and most accomplished female MMA fighter at all time at the top of it. So why be anywhere else?
How do you feel about this fight in terms of the amount of buzz it's gotten and stuff? I know there's something on the BBC about it, and everyone's kind of talking about this fight. I'm even talking to people over in the UK and different places. They're talking about this one even maybe more than the main event. As someone who has really prided yourself on getting your name out there, but getting MMA out there and women's MMA out there as well, how proud are you that you can be part of this historic fight?
Yeah, I'm really proud that it's got the recognition I think it deserves because it's such a big fight and there's big repercussions after whoever wins, and there's really big opportunities. And I always say, once you step in the cage, your life and your outcome can change so much after. So it's nice to get that respect because I think people take it for granted what we do sometimes, and it's nice.
Obviously, you've been an amateur world champion and been, the very best in lots of different sports, obviously in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well this year. We had the Irish Amateur National Championships on last weekend, and I suppose this is arguably a fight for, and I know Danny McCormack might disagree as well, but this is arguably a fight for the best Irish female fighting at the moment. Is that, leaving everything else aside, leaving world ranking and everything aside, is that something you want to be the best in Ireland as well?
Not really. I love seeing all the girls. I support them all. I love seeing like Sean Bannon and the Dean, all the girls doing so well, and Danny and everybody. I like everybody coming up together. I just think this stylistically is such a good fight. I don't think it's the number one spot in Ireland. Like that's not really my goal. It's obviously be a world champion.
And I suppose there hasn't been much kind of smack talk between either of you this week or in the last few weeks. But I suppose what the difference is the vibe might be a little bit different. If you're going into a stranger fighting someone you've never seen before, how has the vibe kind of been in fight week? Have you seen Sinead around or any of the team or anything like that?
Yeah, I've seen Sinead. We had a hug when we seen each other and just got on with it. It's business is business, and both professionals. It's we've sparred, we've trained together, and now we're going to fight. And we're so experienced in this. Do you know what I mean? This is my 15th fight. She's had so many fights as well, so it's just business. Thanks.
Leah, did you always feel like this fight, when you were both signed to Bellator, you were both going up the featherweight rankings, it was kind of inevitable?
Not really, to be honest. I didn't think it needed to happen. I thought there was a lot more girls in the division, but when you look at it, and I've had 3 fights last year, there's not really. And it made more. I actually started thinking about it more when she fought Cyborg, because I truly believe Sinead could have done it. She could have landed that shot to win, and I thought, oh, like if Sinead wins, how exciting would that be to fight for the world title in Ireland? But I think at the back of my head, since it was sort of amateur, I just thought it always could have happened. Yeah.
That strikes me as something that could be something in the future for you. You know, if you win against Sinead and you continue to rise up the division, could your world title fight be in Ireland when it does happen?
Well, I've been told it's going to be in Belfast, so I'm holding my Cogan to that, yeah.
Another one I wanted to ask,
Sean's getting Stormzy for me to do my walkout.
You're a big, obviously, Katie Taylor fan. It's been announced she's fighting Amanda Serrano. What do you make of that fight? And do you believe that Katie gets it done and wins what's probably the biggest women's fight of all time?
Yeah, unbelievable. I had goosebumps when I seen it was announced. Amanda's such a phenomenal fighter, as is Katie, and such a great role model. So it's so exciting to see that fight actually happening, and it's again getting the recognition it deserves. A couple of years ago it mightn't have been so big, and you've got the best boxing promoters in the world behind it, and I'll be tweeting Eddie Hearn trying to get tickets to it. Yeah.
Have you been surprised at sort of the attention towards that fight and how much people have got behind it, and everybody seems excited? Obviously there's Jake involved and Eddie Hearn and stuff, and it seems like it's one of the biggest fights probably in boxing at the moment.
Yeah, I think Jake has done such a phenomenal job in promoting Amanda, and again giving her more recognition that she deserves. And it's nice to see the buzz. As I say, a couple of years ago it mightn't have been like that, and now there's massive hype, massive promo around it, and it's going to be like an unbelievable fight.
Thank you very much.
We got a bunch of these. Mike, go ahead.
All right, Leah, just curious. Obviously, you talk about it's strictly business coming into this fight, but knowing that you guys have come up together, you guys are friends. I'm just curious, stepping outside of the cage, what does this mean, in your opinion, to the next generation of female Irish fighters who will come and watch this fight? And you think you and Sinead can really kind of carve a path and motivate, younger women to get involved with the sport?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. As I was talking about the other Irish females coming up at the minute, it's nice for us to, Sinead and I, to be at the kind of that top level, and hopefully that inspires them to keep working hard, keep pushing hard in the gym, because it's not easy. MMA isn't easy. There's no funding, there's no support, for females in the gym, and I really hope it inspires them that they can, make a career out of this and reach that level.
Ben, go ahead.
Hi, Leah. I was curious, what would it mean for you to become the champion? And sort of explicitly, after this fight, if you get past Sinead, do you anticipate a title shot?
Yeah, I've always said, as an amateur world champion, and I believe it's my destiny to be a professional world champion. No matter what path or what happens or what way it goes, I know it's inevitable, but I definitely think I should be given that opportunity. It's to be a 7-fight win streak if I get past Sinead. Who else is in that position? Nobody else in our division has that kind of win streak, so I think I would be deserving of it.
And I was curious about your corner for this one. Are we going to be seeing Owen Roddy, or is it going to be Team Torres?
So I have Sebastian Torres. He's been my head grappling coach since I was a white belt. But Ray Ginley, professional boxing coach, and my teammate from SBG Charlestown, Scott Harvey.
Perfect. Thank you. Best of luck.
Thanks.
Dylan, go ahead.
Hey, Leah. What kind of an influence has Aisling Daly had on you? Has she been an inspiration to you throughout your career?
Yeah, I obviously used to see Aisling was a bit ahead of me, and before I kind of started training, I think she was on the scene. So to look at her and to see who she really was, one of the first kind of females on that scene, and it's hard to describe how difficult it is for women in MMA gyms, even just going training and getting battered or smashed every week in training, and seeing her fighting and pursuing her dreams and getting to the UFC was definitely inspiring, yeah.
Adam, go ahead.
Hey, Leah, this is Adam Rushton with All the Belts Combat Sports. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Very good, thanks. Just wanted to see if you're feeling that Sinead is your biggest test so far in the cage so far in your career.
I would say yeah. Well, obviously, I would say your next fight is going to be your toughest test if you haven't had it yet. Sinead, brings that aggressiveness and she has that power, and I believe she'll be a tough test.
Absolutely. And do you feel like you have a particular edge or advantage in any particular area of this fight?
Yeah, I believe that my skill level and the work and my progression over the last couple of years will show on Friday.
Very good. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.